seconds remaining. Prepare for battle. Thirty seconds to battle. The battle begins.
We'll take that.
Zap. Fine.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Come on. Got it.
Haste!
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
To the source, and let there be no end.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
If I can't have you, no one will. And
Illusion!
yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Does he?
Not yours!
Getting. You.
Boss! Commit to my house!
I let you down!
That's the leading unit! Pull away! My shadow falls! I will not forget this. Shadow wave!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Double damage!
They need
No!
Alright. Yep.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Wait. Yep. Make
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dark light!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Puck out!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Huge weave here.
They wanted to go in onto Jesse, but again, D3 with the Graves. It might not be enough to save Jesse though this time. He'll Blade Fury, try and move himself out. Not going to make it. Round one, Green Call has been on to the Freak himself. Can they take down the Delta? They can. It's the second one out. He could take that one from the side. So EG this time playing very nicely into complexity, and the two of them just been able to deal with EG running as a full 5-man against them.
Yeah. They're a really good chase down lineup with the Curse of Avernus passive from Abaddon. If Lifestealer hits somebody with that, he's running incredibly fast for the early game. So that little value with their hero synergy, if they're getting kill after kill, it's just really straightforward. I'm honestly very surprised though that Bane didn't anticipate that kind of rotation. Like, that's one of the most clear dives. I feel like a lot of the teams at this tournament are seeing those kind of dives coming, but EG's been spending a lot of time in the enemy jungle. They've been farming neutral camps and stuff like that, so maybe it's getting kind of hard to predict due to the Lifestealer. EG is ready to fight though. They're 6 on both Tusk and Phoenix, so it's very difficult for Complexity to get wins right now. They have to get ganks off, I think. Straight up team fights, they're going to lose. Minimum until they get Radiance and Alchemist, and even then it's still going to be a little tough. But that's the only way that Complexity wins fights here. They might be able to kill Chessie. They've got an Invis PPD for a bit. But they'll have to burst nuke him. I think Puck has to be there. It's the only way.
Yeah. You can just get it all thrown over.
They have a sentry. No, it's Dark Sentries. They don't know Sumail's coming.
Yeah, this way, yeah.
Oh,
Sumail,
actually.
they should be able to get this kill onto Chessie. They'll drop everything here. They're going to be saving time. Z-Freak, he's there again with the grave, with the healing ward. Chessie's going to be fine. Z-Freak allowing Chessie the opening to escape from this, and now it's Complexity moving in. They've got to roll straight onto the puck while they're jumping on the back lines. They've been on these slash, but that's found. No, yeah, they found the puck. The puck will buy back Sumail. Going to try and get himself back into the fight here. Double kill for Hanskin though, and Complexity, they're ready to move back in. Z-Freak keeping them alive from the sidelines. They find themselves a third. Sumail, he's returned to this, but the concoction is jumping out. No, it will follow through, won't be disjointed. They'll double kill onto Sumail, and now Aoi and Fear, they've just got to get themselves out of here. And again, another one of these fights where Complexity just playing so well as a team, and Z-Freak just keeping the team alive.
Yeah, that grave was actually ridiculous. It was so late that EG thought for sure they were about to get the kill. The grave comes out, it buys them so much time. Juggernaut stays alive there, and they had a great play with removing the Roar. Bulba was perfectly timed there. Roar comes out, instantly removes the stun. The Omni Slash after that guaranteed the kill, and it just made the fight a lot more straightforward. If the Supernova stunned multiple heroes, that fight could have gone well for EG, but he had to put in a position where COL could easily retreat from, and the healing ward didn't get killed. So because of all of that, Complexity outplays EG in that team fight, and they get a lot of advantage.
I mean, after a fight like that, what is the plan here for EG? We said already, you know, that they surely need to look to fight, but it seems at the moment the fights just aren't going. Surely they've just got to take down that Dazzle at the beginning. They've got to find him on the back line, Z-Freak.
Honestly, I think the biggest mistake going for this game so far is the itemization on Sumail. The Veil first, when you have very little magic damage coming out of the rest of your allies, is a huge mistake. You've got a perfect combo. You've got a life stealer that's farmed and doing well. You need to jump in, silence the Dazzle, and just blow him up. Like, you silence him right away, he's gonna maybe get nightmared from Bane. Maybe they fiend strip Roar the life stealer, but they'd be able to move around and get kills so much easier. They could have been initiated on Alchemist. Like, they could two-man kill Alchemist repeatedly with life stealer pucks, but they're not able to do that because of the Veil.
This is nice though. EG, they see an opening for Roach, they're gonna go for it. Complexity aren't gonna react in time.
Yeah, that's one good advantage they kill Roach real fast with the Deso. There's the Infest coming through. Puck still can initiate with Orb, but it's not as straightforward. And it can't be instant. If they see those mistakes, they have to sometimes punish them right away, and they can't do that with the item build he has.
Yeah, pings onto the top lane. They've got a creep wave moving in. Complexity, they should be able to finish this one off. They've got now the Radiance done. 16 minutes in, it's good timing. But at the same time, we've got to remember, Aoi is keeping up very nicely with this Alchemist in terms of gold. This is going to be impressive in itself. There's only 500 gold difference between them, and you know, normally at this point, an Alchemist would love to be, you know, at least a few thousand. But Aoi's been getting himself involved. He's been finding the farm at the same time, and now can they get Z-Freak in the back? Like, it's all about finding this Dazzle, and this time they do. They'll remove Z-Freak from the fight, dropping his coil onto Chessie. Now Chessie does not have the backup that he needs, and they'll find themselves a second, and that is exactly how EG needs to play these fights.
Dude, that was so much damage. The Deso with the Tusk support synergizes amazing. So despite all of that, they still are able to kill Dazzle. Maybe he could have graved himself and TP'd. Probably what he should have done when he saw the orb come through and saw Puck show. But didn't react in time, and he dies because of it. So they're making it work despite not having a Blink Dagger.
This, I mean, at the same time, Swindles is very close to picking up that level 3 Necro. But EG, you know, after taking down 2, they're moving straight across into the Radiant jungle. They've got that Aegis advantage. They've now picked up a DD on Puck. They can certainly jump down and take down any kind of backliner that they find out. But Complexity, the plan is safe. 3 towards the mid, 2 towards the top. So the least EG will have the space to get a bit of pressure onto this bottom tier 2 and see what kind of reaction comes out for Complexity.
They may just split for now. They do have Radiance ready, but they might need just one more item before they feel comfortable. Like, the Armlet and the Weave offset a lot of what Lifestealer does, but I would still be a little scared here. And killing mid tower is just super important anyways, so... In fact, they're actually moving to the top tier 2, trying to hope to get both, it looks like. They will actually stop the mid. May lead to an eye, though, with the catapult. Oh, they actually ice sharded the catapult away, so it won't hit the tower. Okay, it's good. It's deniable now. They gotta get the tower. This is so weird from Complexity. I thought they'd at least commit to mid.
He's going to catch himself to the side of a bit of an awkward fight here with Roy. Constant straight up the PPD. He'll get the snowball out of time. The Omni-Slash flying through. But Rock Swindles already as he completely continues to move on without the Beastmaster. Limp caught in the middle of it all. They found PPD. Limp just walking it off at the moment. It's a 2-for-1 trade with a feature onto Samael. It's going to be a third. He's got that 80 back for round 2. But Limp chasing down Boulder, charging up the Concoction Boulder. He hasn't got an ult. He's almost certainly going to go down here. One more touch will do it. He's running. He's a little bit too speedy for Jesse to deal with, but there we have it. Brain sap from Hansken to finish off the Abaddon. Samael, will he be able to get himself back to base? Looks like they don't have the control to deal with the puck, but again, another fight for Complexity where they're coming out on top. It's 3-for-1, plus taking the Aegis out of Samael's hands. And that was a fight that EG, you know, they saw Complexity, they're going for the push, and they themselves insinuated it by moving through their own jungle.
It looked like a really great fight for EG. They had a cool combo. They actually infested on the Phoenix instead of the puck, so not having the blink didn't actually matter as much. Fest on Phoenix, he can pop out mid-dive, so Phoenix isn't even out of position when that actually comes through. And it led to some good burst damage, but the problem was the acid spray with the Omni-Slash. It basically put Lifestealer from full HP down to nothing, and he had just used his Infest to prep for the fight, so he couldn't use that to heal back up. He was killed as he was retreating. From there, it's just a straightforward fight. If Lifestealer is able to survive the Omni-Slash and just hit people through that entire fight, it guaranteed kills Alk, and at that point it becomes a lot easier to win the fight. So now he's maybe got to divert from this Crystallis that he picked up and go back for a fast AC, or maybe an HP item, because clearly he didn't have enough to survive that fight. I thought it would be okay, but with Acid Spray and the Omni, it was way too much damage for him to deal with.
And at this point now, Samael, he has just picked up the Blink Dagger, and as you were talking about earlier, you know, having this extra route in, it could be the defining, you know, play that could come out now from Samael in these team fights if he is able to catch out the backliners of the Dazzle, also Swindles before he gets that roar out. And the Bane as well. Of course, these three heroes that have this huge amount of lockdown from the back that consistently in these fights we saw there, you know, just getting that Fiend Scripturation off onto Samael. He can jump in, silence them out, allow Aoi to close in and just chomp through these back. Like, we've seen how much damage Aoi can do. You know, if Aoi can get him a lock onto one of these heroes, he will kill them, especially with this Crystallis now picked up.
Well, they're getting set up here. Necro pushing forward though.
Now he's going to go for this. He is indeed. Swindles left behind, and this is what we're talking about. 3 hits and you go on Aoi with the 531 crit.
Yeah, it's really hard right now. Yeah. And they can kill pretty much anybody solo. Oh, they were just fighting Necro 3s in the backline. I was like, PPD almost died, no. Any Necro 3 kills is pretty huge, so Swindle's got to be a little careful about the micro. And for now, Complexity sits back. They get the tower for free. There's boots to travel up on Alk now, most likely going Manta Cell afterwards. Completely standard Alk build. So he's going to be a bit more obnoxious. And the problem with that build, the Manta Octarine, it's a decent build against most heroes, but against Lifestealer I'm not sold on it, because he does damage, it's all physical, and he does damage based on how much HP you have, and that build is very high HP, but not that high in terms of utility. So, I've seen some Alchemists adjust the last couple days, maybe get a faster AC than normal, and maybe that's going to be needed here by Limp. There's going to be a pretty good timing window for Lifestealer to be able to deal with him. Very straightforward. Especially if he gets Daedalus and AC, Daedalus or AC.
On mid lane. Swindles in a bit of trouble. With the turnaround, look at the concoction again. The Limp throws it from Samael, who phase shifted off, and EG find themselves a free kill onto Swindles. I mean, at this point, this is going to be pretty big, because this allows EG to now go in pretty heavy. They've got their eyes up to Limp. If they can take down the Alchemist as well, going to be pretty big for them. Jesse, he's coming in. Look at the damage he deals. Certainly PPD's gone. Aoi's on the back foot. Samael gets popped from the side, and EG, they've got to run. There's an Alchemist coming in here with the box. Limp, he has a concoction, Chemical Rage as well.
He's so fast.
Is he going to look for this?
He can rage us, so it's not that big of a deal.
Okay, Limp just trying to play out the rage early.
Yep.
They're still going to follow this through. Look at the move speed of this.
So minus armor from the weave, it's off now finally. AY will be able to survive. He gets away finally.
Yeah, they can't close the gap anymore.
That was just way too greedy for PPD to snowball on that. Like, because Limp bought boots to travel and he's got the Yasha ready, he is insanely fast right now. So, snowball can only be used if Alk isn't moving, basically. If he's running, he pulls him way out of position, EG tries to force it, and at that point they're overextended. Great Fiend's Grip, great Omni Slash. Another Team 5 win for Complexity here. EG has to definitely play safer in these fights. I think that seems pretty clear. They have to worry about Omni Slash, they have to worry about chain stunning, getting the silences off so that Jug can't spin. It's a lot harder for them to execute their draft.
And Blink Dagger now for the Lifestealer. So, I mean, Aoi, this is, you know, he does like to experiment a little bit with these builds. This is something that we've seen him do before, but this Chrysalis and Blink, not something that we always see on every Lifestealer.
I like it. If he would have won the earlier fight in the jungle, he could have gone into Daedalus maybe, but with the Blink now, it's going to make up for the fact that they're having trouble initiating, and that all the fights are so wishy-washy. He doesn't necessarily have to infest his ally to jump in. Now he can start the fight, lose half his HP, then infest a neutral creep to get healed back to full. Something like that's like a cheese, basically. So, or you can use it to get a kill at the perfect moment when they're all grouped up. So, I like this choice. He's still having some armor problems due to weave and acid spray, but this build should transition him a bit more in fights.
On Sion, yeah, they want to try and find this out. They've just seen him come out under the cover of this ward. If they can catch out Limp on his Alchemist.
See if they guess where he is. AUI is going to show. This is unfortunate because now he can juke because there were creeps there.
Oh, they dropped the coil in the tree as well. Sumail was wondering if he just hid himself in the sidelines looking for a TP out, but the play wasn't successful.
It was really unfortunate there that the Alk happened to be close to the tree line as the creeps were there, which is perfect time. They saw him, they saw the Lifestealer come out and no kill. So that cost them a smoke. It was a good attempt. They would have had it if that creep wave didn't happen to be there.
Pings on to Roche. How long till Roche is back up? It's still about a minute, so they won't be able to find that with the smoke. Maybe they could try and find a fight complexity. You can see the line's being drawn. They want to try and take more control around this area of the map, get rid of that tier 2 on the bottom lane. It'll be interesting to see if EG want to contest it, because losing that tier 2 is going to make the opening a bit easier. And already walking in by the secret shot. And we have it. They've pulled one out, but Aoi wants to raise, turns off the limb. But the Beastrom is used for the sideline, controlling Aoi, and they'll take it down on the treble. Aoi still alive, but there we go. They found 2, they found 3, they've lost Limb, but they don't care. It's a 3-for-1 trade. And that was just Hansken sitting on the side of that fight with the biggest fiend grip of his life, and it may not even be done yet. They're moving in for more. Can they play around Sumail? Sumail should be able to blink himself out, and he will.
Oh, the Nightmare.
Oh, setting this up for the gap closer. Can they take down Sumail? Axis flying through the heel from Fear. There's a buyback from Aoi trying to get himself into this fight, but there's going to be no Sumail. Sumail can go back to Aoi's going in on his own TP, being focused down it. There's your crit. Aoi rips into the dazzle. Hanskin goes for the TP in the sidelines, will make it. Find themselves the tier 2. I mean, this did cost the buyback on Aoi. You know, you're never wanting to be buying back on your safe lane farmer that you're relying on this game. And again, just that Fiend's grip.
It was huge, man. And all of a sudden, COL realized, oh, this Lifestealer's stunned and his ult's about to run out. They right-clicked him down, he got bursted, the Fiend's grip ended, he was able to infest the Necro 3, but as he popped out, I think he took damage from it or some AoE. It allowed them to kill Elk, but not exactly the way they wanted the fight to go. So Lifestealer ends up with negative gold as a result of that, and they lose to tier 2, but at least they can take Roche. That's one thing they'll get out of this.
You can see Chessie is around, but Dazzle, it's going to be hard on Dazzle. You know, he's coming back in D3.
Maybe they get here.
If they can, they can contest it. If EG lose this Roche fight, this is going to be incredibly painful here for the side of Evil Geniuses. Omni back up in 15 seconds, but even without it, Jesse can certainly punch hard. The Roche is falling low. Illusion's trying to be sent in, but the ice shards from PPD.
They need to go now.
And they'll get it. EG finish off Roche. Aegis now onto Aoi.
Jesse's blocked out. They got to fight this now.
Jesse, let's see what he can do. Sumail, the
triple.
3-man trees. Oh, moving for PPD. Throws on shit, but look at the sustain at the moment. He don't really care. Volvo trying to take it up on the front line. Fear on the sidelines.
The
looking
Supernova.
For the Supernova. Aoi, he's on the edge. Look at the face. They'll take it down. They drop it. They bounce it through. Oh, the bounce is a beautiful Aoi. Gets inside the Necro, but they kill it. They kill Aoi as well, and he's there for 75 seconds. Hansken was able to do it on the sidelines. Sumail and PPD turning around, looking for the Bane kill. So the same time, look at the rest of Complexity. They're just leaving Hansken. They see Hansken create some space. We're going down the mid lane. We're going to start to push in Hansken. He might even make himself out. No, can't quite get himself out of there, but the space is created, and already Complexity, they're knocking on the tier 3s. There's a buyback from Fear, but EG, they're going to have to formulate some kind of defense without Aoi on the Lifestealer.
Right heroes there, and AOI dying twice was too big. Now they're going to be able to take the tier 3, possibly the Rack. They'll slow it down as much as they can. Limp's ult is almost out at least, so they can try to harass his HP down, but he's still regenning. And they have the healing ward. That should be the melee.
So much sustain here. And look, Fear's being forced back by the Alk Illusions. There's your fortification, but 27 minutes in, Complexity should be able to find his first melee rack. PPD trying to do his best for the back to Sumail and Volva. going to try and fight this limb. He's got the concoction silence that will end in time it will, allowing him to throw it out onto PBD. The shield from Bobby's trying to keep the Tusk alive. They'll turn around with a 3-man to control limb. He's down. Maybe this is the turnaround for EG. Volva focusing on to Z-Freak. Z-Freak, he's going to get himself out of there. Won't be able to make it. The Yules holding him back. Chessie being focused by PBD. Snowball coming through. They've managed to kill off the Dazzle the Shard. They won't quite block Chessie in. Chessie's going to be lucky this time, getting himself out.
Not bad for EG. They did lose the racks though, but they killed all the big net worth heroes on complexity with the exception of Jug, so that was like a 3.5k gold swing, really big for them. Unfortunately, Lifestealer wasn't a part of that, so despite being the high net worth at the beginning of the game, he's falling behind.
Yeah, I think, yeah, as you said, EG, they're going to certainly be looking for those positives as you mentioned, but I mean, overall complexity, they're still going to be very happy with the way, just the flow that this game's taking.
Yeah. On the bright side for EG, they have 4 heroes that are getting quite farmed, and even Tusk isn't doing that bad, and it's pretty okay without much farm. Boba opted for a Midas, and he's very close to his Ags now, so he can keep his allies alive, mainly through the Omni Slash. If he can pop ult during Omni, it's going to block a lot of that damage coming out, and keep AUI alive and make up for the fact that he doesn't have an armor item. That alone could be absolutely game-changing. Phoenix is really close to Shiva's guard. These kind of items could completely change team fights. It'll offset auras of Beastmaster, for example, help them kill Alchemists. Going all right for EG. That was a good fight. Losing the racks is tough, but they can still win this game with a lot of ganks and a lot of action.
You see what the next players for complexity, if they do want to keep this action going. Where the last 3 fights have gone, there's certainly no need to hold back if it's them making the opening. So a lot of the times we've seen it's been EG kind of looking to fight, and even at that complexity are the ones that the majority of the time do come out on top. Swindles, he's nearly got his Blink Dagger done on top of the Necro Freeze, so if he can get himself out in the back, you know, roaring Sumail, Necro Freeze onto him as well, you're solo killing the puck.
Is that possible? Can you roar Sumail before he reacts?
That's true, actually. I guess you got to be doing it from the shadows. That's right.
Usually.
You've got to find the right angle. Because Sumail, his reactions have been good, of course, but they've still been able to kill him.
It's very hard for EG to take fights, really, just because of the fact that you've got a Grave, you've got Nightmare. On the bright side, Dazzle doesn't yet have Mech, which means he doesn't yet have Guardian Greaves either. He opted for the Solar Crest early build. I like this a lot, though. It's very good to keep your allies alive versus Lifestealer. He's mostly been using it offensively, though, and in that way, that 3,000 gold is not as good as a Mech would have been. So I kind of think it was a mistake for him not to go the fast Guardian Greaves, especially because then the silence coming out of EG prevents him from graving himself or others. So not the biggest fan of the build he went this game.
The Limp, who's pretty much got that terrain done.
Well, what are his Ags like this game? Beastmaster, Juggernaut, Banes is pretty okay. We
never really see the Banes. Also, it's the one where people touch him and they get nightmare, don't they?
And he gets an extra 2 seconds of Fiend Grip, and I believe it does more damage, like a lot more damage. It's actually a decent one, but most of the time the whole Nightmare thing is completely worthless. Be really good on Dazzle, though.
I mean, yes. Yeah.
It's like it's an extra 2 levels of gold, essentially.
Yeah, so I mean,
really good.
the amount of weave that stacks up thanks to that. Yeah, that would be good to see.
Especially with all the physical damage being thrown out this game. Can they grab AUI here?
Oh, owie. He doesn't want to come out too far. He's got some backup from he's got the silence, but already jumping forward. Now the ball set this up and out. Now he's moving in. He's trying to focus down the Alchemist, but Swindles reacts to the roar. Zombie coming through as well. EG Owie. He's going to be able to survive for the time being. Swindles dropping like the Fiend Grip from Haskett on Sumail on the sideline. He's looked at his fingers a bit, but it is indeed EG. The zoom out on Swindles was able to TP out though and live. And now with the second concoction, throwing it out. Boldo through dropping low, and it will get dropped down for a minute. Owie still trying his best to fight through this, but the physical damage from the side of complexity seems to be superior. Owie almost got his way out of the fight. Fear and PBD though, they're still stuck in it. Chessie will chase down the Phoenix here to the north. Should be able to find the kill on the Fear, and of course at the same time they will finish off PBD. A complexity in a fight where EG looked to be able to swing it around with just it was the sustain, you know. Complexity can afford to take these longer fights much better than EG's lineup.
Yeah, with Healing Ward, with Alchemist ulti, like EG was relying entirely on Abaddon to keep them alive, including his ultimate. Once that's gone, things didn't go quite their way. Lifestealer just doesn't have as much damage as the enemy cores on COL have, and if he did, they could have won that fight.
And look at this. Complexity. They'll find themselves a second Rax here on the top lane. That bottom lane to look for, and they're going to make a beeline for it on the way. They'll clean up what was left in the middle. And EG, they'll have one more chance potentially for a defense. Sumail trying to do his best to stop them, but at this point, Purge.
Is this game over?
It looks like Complexity are on the verge of taking a series 2-0 against, their rivals here. The other Americans in this tournament, EG. We'll see if they can hold it with this final defense. He's got to run, he's got to hide into the siege creep. He goes, he rides Carty back up to the high ground. Complexity, what's the back, EPD committing, actually bringing Bolger in onto the front line.
Oh, hey, my guy.
On Jesse with the grip, the armor in the middle. Well, it's too much for EG. PPD down as well as Jesse picks up a double kill. There'll be a buyback from Owie straight away on the sidelines here. See, hiding now. It's already been the TP out from Sumail as he was there in the tree line back to base. Just look at this again. Complexity, they can just stick around and push in again. You're not denting this lineup of Complexity. They're just going to heal for days.
Yeah, and they've got Dazzle ready to raid anybody. They've got Healing Ward. They've got Alchemist ulti. These two guys just sit in the front. They keep rebuilding. EG can't stop it.
Now he's coming in, trying to focus down the course, but Limp plays it nicely. Stems off over to the side. There's the ultra moving in again. These beam grips from Hanscan. They'll pop off the Supernova, but it's going to get taken down. The Omni Slash goes through Owie. Getting ripped to shreds.
That's it.
He is cold. And what a series for Complexity.
No,
look at
that's an understatement, dude. They've been trying to beat EG for like months.
This is massive for them. They've done it.
This is the run for Complexity, I dare say. Like, considering they barely got through wildcards, and then every single set going 2-1 to now 2-0 EG, that's incredible for them. You saw that pop off, didn't you? Dwindles was so excited, man.